Hey, how's it going? Thank you so much for allowing me to do this review for you. I truly do appreciate it, and I'm excited to share with you some of the information I've gathered here that I hope will be helpful when it comes to your online marketing and your online exposure. Um, so the first thing we want to do is take a look at your website because we're going to be driving traffic to your website, and we want to make sure your website is very easy to navigate and quickly communicates to a potential customer what you're all about and why they should choose to do business with you instead of your competition. Um, so while I'm here on your website, the first thing I wanted to point out was you did a good job by including your Facebook link right here. And the reason I say that is because having a Facebook account these days is very important because it shows your personal side and it shows people that they could trust you and that you're just another friendly guy out there who just wants to help them. And so having a Facebook page is good, but the fact that you even included that on your website is even better because a lot of people that create a Facebook page don't take the time to put that page up on their website. And so I just wanted to say good job for actually doing that because that is one thing that can really help build trust for you and help you get more customers. The other thing I wanted to point out about your website is the fact that you did a very good job choosing the color scheme of this website and kind of branding yourself with these colors. I think this red and silver look you have going on is really good for the painting industry, and it's great to brand yourself with those colors. And also, right when I logged on your site, the thing that really stood out to me was where it says quality work guaranteed and we strive to be the best. Um, just by including those, you're kind of letting people know, like, look, here's the thing, we aren't just after your money, we really do care about you and we're going to do the best work that we can possibly do. And that's what, when people are looking for a painter, regardless of whether they want to paint the outside of their house, some things inside their house, or whatever it may be, what they're looking for is somebody who will provide them with a decent price but also do the best work that they could possibly do. And that's kind of what you're telling them, is that we're going to do the best that we can do. So that's another thing that's building their trust right away. Now, one thing I would consider doing, and I'll talk about this more later, is I noticed the title of your website is home. And I don't know if you know how to change a title of your website, but if you do, I would go in and change it to Omaha Painting because, like I said, I'll talk about it later, but that's one thing that can help you rank in Google for the term Omaha Painting or Omaha Painters. If you don't know how to do that, just let me know, and that's something that I could do for free for you, no problem. But as far as how the site looks, one thing I noticed right away that I think stands out a little bit is this is kind of your site right here, but then right here there's a lot of empty space on this right hand side. So I would either make this whole thing full screen and stretch it out, or I would kind of center justify this so there's this silver color, a little bit of the silver color on the right hand side and a little bit of the silver color on the left hand side, instead of having it be left justified like this, because some people might log on and think a part of the site's missing or they're missing some information and whatnot when that actually isn't the case. Another thing is, I noticed you do have a contact us page, which is good because, believe it or not, a lot of people forget to include a contact us button, which is kind of funny because then there's no way they could get a hold, that person on the site can get a hold of the website owner. So they're losing a lot of business by doing that, but you included your contact us page, which is good. But what I would also consider doing is including your name and your phone number up at the top here. And so a lot of people, you might be wondering why I'm telling you to do that, because you do have a contact us page. But the reason for that is because, I hate to say it, people are lazy. And they don't want to have to click on links to go view your contact information. They just want the site to be able to load, and then bam, there's your contact information. Now they could call you and business is done. So I would just write your name, or not your name, sorry, your email address and your phone number right up here so they have access to that information without even having to click on a button. The other thing I would consider doing is right where it says we strive to be the best, under it, so in this area right here, I would include something called an email capture form. And what that is it's something where somebody will leave their name and their email address in exchange for something of value from you. So whether it be a free quote or examples of things you've done before in the past that they're interested in, whatever it may be, all they have to do is leave their name and email address, and then an email will automatically be sent to them with the information. And the reason I recommend doing this is because the program will automatically capture their name and email address and save it, and so from there on out, whenever you're running, say, a holiday special, or you want to have a special campaign to try to get marketing campaign to try to get a few more customers within the month, what you can then do is write one email and click the send button, and that program will automatically send it out to every single person that's signed up to get that free thing of value from you, and it's going to personalize it with their name, so it looks like it's very personalized to them, and it's a great way to build a relationship with them, and it's just a great marketing tool to have. Like I said, with holiday specials or whatever, whenever you're running a discount, all you have to do is type one email, send it out, and then hundreds of people that are on your list are going to get that same email, and it's going to be personalized to them. So it's just a really good marketing tool to have. But other than that, I wouldn't change too much about your website. The biggest thing I would say right now is making it in the center, because it looks a little strange with all that stuff on the right hand side. But I noticed you have buttons to get a quote, which is very important in this line of industry, and you also have a photo gallery, which again is important. And speaking of photo galleries, I know photo galleries kind of act as testimonials, but what I would consider doing is, it says we strive to be the best, but I would show people that you are the best by collecting maybe 4 or 5 testimonials from people that you've actually done business with in the past, and putting them on your homepage, just so people can see if this person was happy doing business with you, then there's no reason they shouldn't be happy doing business with you. So I would definitely consider including testimonials on the homepage, because that is big time social proof for you. But yeah, like I said, other than that small stuff, there's not a whole lot I would change with your website. But what I want to do now is I want to take you over to Google. Okay, so now you can see we're over here at Google, and I've typed in the phrase Omaha Painters. And these kind of words are very important, because this is someone who is proactively going onto Google in search of your service. So this is someone who is very likely to become a customer for you. So as you can see, there's an ad here at the top, and then on the right hand side there's also ads. Now this is something called it's called AdWords, or PPC, which stands for pay per click. Now the good thing about PPC is it can get you on the first page of Google very quickly, and sometimes even within an hour. The downside is you have to pay a small fee every time your ad is clicked on. But as you can see, there's a lot of competitors bidding for this term to be on the first page for Omaha Painters, so that shows us that this is actually a profitable campaign for them. So being on the first page of Google for Omaha Painters, even though they're having to pay a small fee every time their ad is clicked on, it's actually profitable for them, or else they wouldn't be paying the money to be there. The second way to rank on Google is through something called SEO, or search engine optimization. Now as you can see, the guys on the front page right here are benefiting from some sort of SEO and getting on the first page instead of page 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or beyond. And it's important to be on the first page of Google, because over 80% of people that do a search on Google don't actually get past the first page. So that means when they type in Omaha Painters, they're not going to go look at the websites on page 2 or 3. They're going to stick strictly to this first page. So that means you could have the best company, you can offer the best services, you could have the best pricing, and you might even be the most ethical company out there. But unfortunately, if no one's going to see your website, they won't know about any of that. And that's why it's very important to hold rankings on the first page, because that's the most lucrative online real estate that you can have. Now the good thing about SEO is the fact that there's no charge every time somebody clicks to visit your website. However, the downside is that unlike PPC, it does take a few weeks and sometimes even a few months to get on the first page. So now what I want to do is I want to head over to something called the Google Keyword Tool, and this is a tool that will show us how many monthly searches certain terms get. Okay, so now I'm on the Google Keyword Tool, and I've typed in the term Omaha Painters, and as you can see, this is getting searched 1,600 times per month. And then it also brings back related phrases that we could rank on the first page of Google for. So Painters Omaha, Nebraska, Painters Omaha, Painters in Omaha, Nebraska, and Painters in Omaha. Now, if we add these all up, I mean, this is equaling right around 3,000, a little over 3,000 searches per month. And I headed over to Google and I typed in the term Omaha Painters, and I actually wasn't able to find you anywhere in the first 100 results or within the top 10 pages. And this means that the traffic and potential clients you could be getting isn't near what it currently is. So you're missing out on 300 customers or 3,000 customers potentially finding your site every month, which obviously if you got 3,000 visitors to your website per month, I mean that's going to equal quite a bit of business for you. However, there is good news. If you do want some help with that, I can definitely do that for you, and I would be more than happy to provide that assistance. And this is actually how I work. I offer 3, 6, and 12-month agreements, and you would be the only one in that industry that I work with, so I wouldn't work with any of the other painters in Omaha. We would strictly get you to the front page, and you would dominate the front page of Google. And right now I'm actually offering a special Christmas bonus. So if you sign up by Christmas, I'll give you 66% off your first month, and I'll even create a mobile-friendly version of your website for free, which usually costs $497. Now, the reason having a mobile site is important is because when somebody goes to your website on their mobile device or a tablet, it's kind of hard to navigate because it's really small, and it's going to be tough to get your contact information. And these days, more and more people are actually using mobile devices to access the internet instead of a laptop or a desktop computer. So if this is something you want to get started on and you'd like some help growing your online presence and your online marketing, you could feel free to email me at Bryan, B-R-Y-A-N, at localseomanagers.com, or send me a message on LinkedIn, and I would be more than happy to provide you with the next steps. And also, I'll be sending you over a Can You Endorse Me request on LinkedIn, and I would be happy to have your review if you were happy with the results of my work. So thank you so much again for this opportunity. I know I had a lot of fun creating this video for you, and I hope it provided you with some insights on how you could better improve your website and your online exposure. So thanks again, and have a good day.